taller than you. Oh, taller than Campbell. Let me see you. Let me see you.
Commissioner, when he had it sounded, I thought he was going to drag it.
I know.
Oh, you
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's definitely taller than yeah. That's so awesome. Right? Congratulations again, brother. Y'all doing a great job. Yeah.
Hard work pays off.
Good evening. Good evening to each and every one of you all. Thank you for, at our April the 7th, 2026, our City Commissioner meeting at 6:30 p.m. At this present time, we have a roll call by Madam Clerk, and after the roll call, we'll go to discussion of the agenda item tonight. Thank you. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Present.
Commissioner Bernard,
Present.
Commissioner Pope,
Present.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Present.
Mayor Cowes.
President, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, City Commissioner. At this present time, we have the discussion, the agenda item in reference to trapper policy. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor, Commission, on your printed agenda, it has agenda items. I would like to reorder that. We will have the proposed travel policy first. Should we get through the agenda items, we will then get through the travel policy. We could then discuss agenda items if time permits. But at this moment, Mayor, Commission, I'm gonna have a very brief historical conversation and bring us up to speed as to why this item is being presented to the commission. Historically, it was the travel, we didn't have as many commissioners traveling from the city of South Bay. And not only that, most of the arrangements were being made by staff. All of the travel arrangements did not suit everyone's travel plans. In the very recent history, we've had requests and or conversations centered around the actual travel policy relative to the city of South Bay and how that operates. So city manager's been working with staff and working with some other communities to find a policy that fits our needs and also state law. So today, what I'm going to present to you is a policy that is a comprehensive procedural guide which implements the city's reimbursement and travel expense policy and is intended to provide for the reasonable and prudent use of public funds. To be expensed and reimbursable, expenditures must be incurred as a result of necessity pursuant to official duties of city officers, employees, and authorized persons as defined in the Florida statutes. All persons seeking reimbursement should incur the lowest reasonable travel expenses and exercise care to avoid impropriety for the appearance of impropriety. Reimbursement is allowed only when reimbursement has not been and will not be received from other sources. If a circumstance arises that is not specifically covered in this procedural guide, then the most conservative course of action should be taken and a reasonable person test employed. When the commission approves the department budget, there will be a travel line item to determine how much the mayor and each commissioner, collectively known as the traveler, will have available to attend conferences. Should a traveler need to increase their allotted budgeted limit during any given year, the request must be approved by the majority of the sitting city commission. Any expenses incurred beyond the budget allotment and not approved by the city commission will be the sole responsibility of the traveler. The traveler must complete the appropriate forms when traveling and requesting reimbursement. So at this time, I will walk through the policy that's the draft policy for the city of South Bay. At any time during this, please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask at that time, or any statements or recommendations, so that I'm able to capture them and bring it back to the commission for full adoption if it's for full consideration and adoption if necessary. So in this procedure, this procedural guide shall apply to all city employees, city officers, and other authorized persons as defined in section 166.021, paren 9, Florida statutes, which includes the mayor, city commissioners, appointed board or commission members, and city employees who are authorized pursuant to the following procedures to incur travel expenses in the performance of their official duties. Travel shall include the following categories. Class A travel, it's continuous travel exceeding 24 hours away from the city. Class B travel, continuous travel of up to 24 hours away from the city and requires overnight lodging. Class C travel is a day trip whereby overnight lodging is not needed. The city will not cover travel expenses for Class C travel, except for fuel reimbursement when not using a city vehicle, mileage when the use of a personal vehicle not covered by a car allowance, lunch when food is not provided by the sponsoring event, tolls when incurred for business purposes. Next slide. All travel arrangements must be made by the traveler attending the conference, which requires overnight accommodations. Arrangements include registration for the conference as well as reservations for overnight travel. The traveler can submit the completed travel reimbursement forms, which is a part of this packet, for staff for reimbursement, along with all appropriate receipts for reimbursement. All travel is subject to review and audit. By requesting reimbursement funds through the city for travel, the traveler agrees to meet the requirements of the policy. Travelers who choose to extend a business trip for personal reasons, either before or after business is conducted, will be responsible for all non-business related charges. Travelers will be held responsible for all non-unauthorized expenses. Reimbursement expenses could include mileage, gasoline, hotel, meals, rental requirements, conference costs, and general travel expenses. It is the responsibility of the traveler to obtain a sales and use tax certificate exemption form from the city's finance department and submit when necessary. Now, I do want to share, although this has not been adopted, it is a practice that's taking place by one of your commissioners. So it is already being done that a commissioner makes their own travel arrangements and seek reimbursement. So we had that in mind as we were drafting this policy. Next slide.
Mr. Kemmer, before
Yes,
you
sir.
do that, the first paragraph, explain that again, sir, if you don't mind.
All travel arrangements
Yes, sir.
must be made by the traveler attending the conference. Staff is no longer making travel accommodations.
Okay, all right. That's what I want you to bring out in reference to that, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Commission expenditures. Each commissioner will be individually responsible for monitoring their submitted expenditures and staying within their respective budgeted travel allowance. City commissioners shall not exceed the travel expenditure amount budgeted in the commissioner's line item travel account. Each commissioner shall be individually responsible for monitoring compliance with this limitation. Line items adjustment may occur only upon specific action and approval of the commission involved, and absent such approval, no such adjustment shall occur. Elected official conferences, seminars, and classes. This one came about, I know in our prior year's budget, this current year's budget, we had opted for only so many commissioners to attend certain conferences here and there, and we got questions, staff got questions regarding those. So here, elected officials are permitted to attend any conference of their choosing, reasonably related to their official duties as a South Bay elected official, as long as the cost to attend the event, registration, hotel, vehicle, per diem, does not exceed the reimbursement amount available for the elected official to travel within the current fiscal year's budget. Any cost above the available budget will be the responsibility of the traveler. So we're not once the budget amount is set for that traveler, for the commissioner, they can go anywhere they so choose, representing the city of South Bay, as long as it's city business. We're not making a decision as to which conferences or which meetings that traveler would go to, as long as it falls within the policy, and they are able to seek reimbursement. Next slide.
And I will just add, what you all want to do in your official capacity positions is make sure that it has a public purpose that's consistent with your role for the city of South Bay, right? So when you choose these conferences.
Procedures, authorization. A traveler must be pre-approved at least 10 days prior to the travel event. The city manager or designee may provide an exception to the 10-day requirement, but the prepayment of certain or all expenses may not occur due to time constraints. An attestation of the availability of funds on the traveler request and authorization form must be documented, and that'll be done internally once we have the information from the traveler. The director must attest to the availability of funds for all requests submitted by their departments and city boards that provide liaison staff to. They provide staff support to. The finance director shall attest to the availability of funds for mayor and city commissioners.
Okay, just one second, Mr. Manager. Do the commission have any questions so far in reference to the travel policy? Right. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, City Manager Campbell.
The following is the approval hierarchy for travel approval. Department director for their staff, city manager or designee for department directors, mayor for city manager for mayor and city commissioners. International travel shall follow the aforementioned authorization. All international travel shall also require the approval of the city commission by majority vote. Provide a thorough purpose of travel. To provide a thorough description of the purpose of the travel request, including how the travel will benefit the city. Be it your conference agenda and or itinerary must be attached. Your travel estimate and funds available, just reasonable and acceptable expenses. The qualifying expenses for your workshops, seminars, professional development, your lodging. Travel expense must be non-personal and business related. All qualifying expenses must be documented by a vendor's itemized receipt. You'll see on another slide, next slide, that it must be the original receipt. Lodging will be paid or reimbursed in the following manner. Conferences exceeding 1 day and beyond 50 miles from the traveler's point of origin, the traveler's residence or place of work, lodging will be provided. At event prices or when another's location price is less than or equal to the host facility, any price differential shall be paid by the traveler. Because of the availability or other situations outside the traveler's control, the city manager may provide an exception to this requirement. The reason for the exception should be documented on the request form. For the nights and events, unless the event starts before 10 a.m., then the city will pay for the previous night. Additionally, the city will not pay for lodging for the last day of the event unless the conference, excluding social events, extends beyond 6 p.m. Travel estimates and funds continue. Because flight schedules may be problematic to coordinate, the exception to this is when airline travel is necessary. Accordingly, lodging will be permissible for the day prior and after the event when scheduling conflicts warrant additional lodging. Only standard room rates will be paid by the city. Any upgrades such as suites, preferred rooms, etc. will be paid by the traveler. The city will not pay or reimburse for taxes unless you're not in state. To avoid payment of taxes, the traveler should obtain a copy of the city's tax-exempt documentation from the city's accounts payable administrator. Food will be covered as an eligible expense, and if not covered by the sponsoring event. Food expenditures cannot be documented via a hotel bill or invoice. These expenses must be documented on a separate itemized receipt. Below are the reimbursements rates for each meal. Rates are based on Florida per diem rates. Breakfast from 12 a.m. to 10 a.m., $15 only for Class A and B travelers. Lunch, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., $15 all classes of travel. Dinner, 2 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. is $25 only for Class A and B travelers. Next slide. Transportation expenses must be reasonable and at the base rate. Any upgrade shall be paid by the traveler. The city shall pay for the ride share options and public transportation when incurred as a necessary expense associated with the event. The city shall pay for public transportation such as buses and trains for travelers not receiving a car allowance to commute to and from event. When traveling by airline, the city will pay for airfare. Additionally, the traveler is encouraged to book flights at least 30 days in advance to avoid premium airfare pricing. The city shall not pay for TSA PreCheck or similar programs and priority line boarding, first class seating, bag fees unless not included in the ticket price, meaning the bag fee is paid separately from the ticket or the airline. The city will cover the cost of one bag. Oversized bag fees and other upcharged items, internet and or entertainment fees are not covered by, the city will not pay those fees as well. Next slide. When traveling and a rental car is necessary, the city authorized reimbursement for the most economic vehicle available. Any upcharges are the responsibility of the traveler. The rental agreement must clearly show the date and the points of departure, arrival, as well as the total cost. Drivers must adhere to the rental requirements and follow the restrictions. Original receipts are required. The city requires, here's the major piece for everyone, the city requires that collision damage and loss damage coverage be purchased. Parking fees, tolls, and other incidental costs associated with the vehicle may be covered when incurred for the trip. Such costs would not be covered for personal use made during the time of travel, such as when incurred on a personal excursion. Essentially, if you check into the hotel, you're driving to the hotel, just advise you to stay to the hotel. Travelers are responsible for fees and or penalties for not complying with the rental agreement. Additionally, travelers are responsible for upcharges for not filling the gas tank prior to returning the vehicle. Travelers are responsible for any penalties and or violations associated with operating vehicles such as parking or moving violations. Next slide. Non-reimbursable expenses as outlined there: laundry, entertainment, alcohol, tobacco, flowers. You all are seasoned elected officials and you understand those things that we will not, the city will not cover. Cost incurred by the traveler's failure to cancel travel or hotel reservations timely. As cancellation was due to COVID, family emergency, weather, act of God scenarios, or other instances approved, or other instances as approved by the city manager. So if something happened and you do not cancel your travel and that cost is there, the city will not reimburse those expenses. Prepayments and check requests. The city will allow certain prepayments as follows: registration fees, lodging, and airfare. Upon the necessary approvals enumerated above, department staff may prepay these expenses via city purchase or credit cards or the accounts payable process. More so with city staff, beyond the city manager, finance director, there is no credit card. Public works director, there's no credit cards issued. So it will be through the accounts payable process. No air, lodging, registration, or other expenses can be charged to a procurement card until the approval process has been completed. Next slide. Identify all the expenses associated with the particular travel that did occur and to reconcile activity with required documentation. The travel reimbursement and expense report must be submitted within 10 days after completion of the event's travel. To validate expenditures, all activity must be documented, supported by a detailed itemized vendor receipt reflecting goods and services provided, A credit card receipt does not suffice for this purpose. If a travel reimbursement and expense report form is submitted after the close of the general ledger, reimbursements will be disallowed. 10 days. If you stick with the 10 days, you get your reimbursement done. Furthermore, if reimbursement may not occur, this does not relieve the traveler from complying with any remaining policies or policy requirements. If the city manager deems it appropriate, they may authorize reimbursement for a prior year following prior year bill procedures. So when the books close in November, we typically bring back the final budget amendment at our last meeting in November. But once those books are closed, that year is closed for any travel expenses reimbursement. But keep in mind, it is a 10-day as outlined and prescribed in this draft policy. Next slide. At this time, Mayor, Commission, if there are any questions, City Manager stands ready to provide the best response.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Really appreciate that. All the items that you presented to us tonight in reference to travel policy, I know the commission is really interested in that as well. And at this present time, open the door for any questions from each one of the commission at this present time, per the policy that the city manager has explained to us this afternoon. Commissioner King.
None, sir. None, sir. No question.
All right, thank you, Commissioner King. Commissioner Bernard.
No questions.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Bernard. Commissioner Poe.
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Poe. Vice Mayor Kelvin.
No question, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you, Vice Mayor. And none for me either, sir. Do appreciate the presentation tonight, and thank you, sir. I know it took a lot of time to put that together along with the attorney and others.
Well, before you say that, Mayor, let me say this.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
It is now that it's been presented to the commission. Now, I haven't shared it with the attorney.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
Just yet. So now it will go as we prepare for an agenda item to come back to the commission for legislative action.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I do appreciate that there. No other question at this present time for the presentation that you have presented tonight. City Manager Campbell, we just want to thank you, sir, for the time that you took out as a reference to the new travelers policy within the city of South Bay.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. If you would, you go to the, in this 8 minutes, I can hit at least one resolution.
Go ahead, sir.
Take us to the very first resolution.
Before you do that, let me have her to read that, if you don't mind, sir. Read the resolution 04-2026 for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, establishing and approving a senior minor home repair program to assist low and moderate income senior homeowners living within the City of South Bay, providing for adoption of representations, providing an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager
Mr.
Campbell.
Mayor, Commission, this is here for the commission's final consideration of minor home repair program. It was tabled and it is back before you for your full consideration and adoption. It was presented back to the commission. There were some questions. Those questions were answered. And this item is coming back to you, same resolution number for your final consideration.
Right. Thank you, City Manager Campbell. We do appreciate that. I know there was some question asked about that, and I think that all the questions was answered by you, and I think the information presented before the commission as well. I think it was, you outlined everything. You made it very clear in reference to a question that came before the commissions, and they didn't have a clear understanding, but I want to thank you for in reference to that, sir. Thank you.
All righty.
Okay.
Next item. Oh, you want to?
Yes, I just want to ask anyone to have an additional question for this resolution at this present time, 04-2026.
Yeah, I have a question.
Commissioner Pope.
In section 4, ineligible repairs, say program funds may not be used for repairs deemed necessary, not deemed necessary for safety, health, or accessibility. So if they just want to do like a minor repair to their home that's not for safety, health, or accessibility, we're not going to allow that?
That is how it reads. Typically, all of the repairs are a safety concern. um, a cabinet, or redoing your kitchen, and with the dollar amount that's being awarded, there's possibility you're not going to be able to redo your kitchen. You're not going to be able to remodel your kitchen or remodel a bedroom. But if it's you're painting a room and you want to just fix that hole, it is a safety concern. It is a nuisance within the household. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Cole. Any additional question from this commission for resolution 04-2026 for the city manager?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Vice Mayor?
Just a quick question regarding this minor home repair. Are we planning on this just a one-time thing, or are this gonna be for the future as well?
It is
Are we
all-
gonna be able to sustain this?
I can tell you right now, during the manager report, you're gonna hear from the manager about a potential, with just tightening our belt. You have the resources. Now, what we need to prepare for whenever, if ever, the property tax come about. So we would like to sustain it and budget it for next year. It is something staff is looking at budgeting for next year. But we have to just make the dollars and the cents work once we get to all of the revenue, projected revenue for the city.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Manager, thank you, Vice Mayor, for bringing that up, because I remember a question that came up in reference to the age. I remember this. And what the Vice Mayor is saying in reference to that, if we're going to continue this particular program, and some of the commissioners reference to refer to the age group, I think there's a lot of younger people's, not 67 years of age, but they're a little younger than that, and they're interested in the same type of program and doing repair work at their home as well. So these are some of the things that we have to focus on and think about also. We're going to try to continue this particular program in the upcoming years there. So I want to make sure we keep that in mind, because we do have younger people who is not at the age of 67 yet, as at this present time, I'm sorry, that they have problems at their home. We have some people that are younger than 67 that they call to us, or call the Vice Mayor, call Commissioner Pope, Bernard King. Hey, there's a possibility you have money that you can do a ramp at my home, or a possibility you can do this at my home there. And these are some people younger than 67. So let's keep that in mind as we're going to continue this program in the near future.
The way the policy is written, Mayor, Commission, under your adoption, is the way that it will operate until it is revisited with those concerns and any amendments or modifications are made.
Right. Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir. All right. Thank you, Mr. Cameron. I do
We
appreciate
have
that.
time for the next resolution. Resolution of
resolution.
the,
Okay, Madam Clerk, reading the record, resolution 11-2026.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the city manager to execute a use of facility agreement between Palm Beach County and the City of South Bay, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager
Mayor,
Campbell.
Commission, this is your congregate meal site through Palm Beach County. There was some, as you go through the agreement and compare it to last year's agreement, it doesn't read congregate meals only, but it is your congregate meal site, and there are just some updates to legislation that's included in this. But staff is recommending approval to ensure that our meal site for the senior program does continue.
I don't know if the other commissioner knows exactly what this meal site, the meal site he's talking about, the one that's taking place at this present time. Am I correct, Mr. Manager?
It is the senior program.
Senior
They
program.
get lunch every day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Any question from this commission for resolution 11-2026 at this present time? Here none. At this present time, I entertain a motion to adjourn the workshop.
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor,
Second.
second by Commissioner Pope. Workshop is adjourned. We'll reconvene in 1 minute. Good evening to each and every one of you all. Thank you for being here tonight. We will start our 7 o'clock meeting for April the 7th of 2026. Thank you, Chief. We do appreciate that. Thanks a lot, Chief. Yes. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank the residents for being here tonight. Thanks to the ones that's online as well. And thanks to each and one of our visitors that has been here tonight, and especially thanks staff. And when I look out there and see some beautiful people, those babies that I see out there, and I see the parents out there as well, it's something very special. I don't know where you guys seen it this past weekend, but it was something very special that happened with these beautiful babies and with this vice mayor, with the principal, and the young ladies was out there with the instructors also. It was really, really great, and I'm so glad to see a bunch of them here tonight along with their parents tonight. I'm not finna rain on Vice Mayor McKelvin parade, nah, Principal Hightower, not these parents, not these kids. I'm gonna give them an opportunity to just expose everything tonight, because I was so thrilled the other night when I seen it on the YouTube, and I said, my God, no, the kids could have did it no better than they did it, and they did a fantastic and a wonderful job, and I'm very proud of those kids. I just want to say thank you all for all that you did. At this present time, we'll start our agenda for tonight. Madam Clerk, go ahead, sir.
School Bay to move, Roosevelt Elementary School.
Yes, sir, we'll do it. At this present time, we are, with this commission permission, we would like to move Roosevelt up. Yes, the meeting. Yes, sir. Madam Clerk, call the roll. After the roll call, we have the prayer by Pastor Lawrence, and then after the prayer, we have the pledge of allegiance to the flag. Madam Clerk, we call the roll.
Commissioner King,
Present.
Commissioner Bernard,
Present.
Commissioner Polk,
Present.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Present.
Mayor Cowes.
President, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commissioners. At this present time, let us all stand, please.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for another opportunity to come together here in the city of South Bay, and we pray that you will bless us in this meeting, that we will be enlightened about what the business of the city is. And we pray that you will bless each of these commissioners that are here on the platform, the city manager, the clerks, the attorney, and all that it takes to make up the city of South Bay, and that you continue that it may flourish and that we might be blessed in it. In your name we pray.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. We do appreciate that prayer, sir. We will not start a meeting without a wonderful and a great prayer from the Lord, sir. And Madam Clerk, thank you for traveling the dangerous highway. Thank you for being here tonight as well. At this present time, disclosure of voting conflict. Commissioner King.
None, sir.
Thank you. Commissioner Bernard.
No conflict.
Thank you, Madam. Commissioner Poe.
None, sir.
Thank you. Vice Mayor McKelvin.
None, sir.
All right, thank you, sir, and none for me either. Thank you all for being here. Presentation of proclamation, Madam Clerk.
Yes, we have a letter. We're delighted to announce that the Florida League of Cities, the United Voice of the Florida Municipal Governments, recently recognized South Bay Mayor Joe Kiles with a 2026 Home Rule Hero Award for his hard work and advocacy efforts during the 2026 legislative session. Mayor Kiles has worked tirelessly throughout session to promote local voices, making local choices by sharing insights, local data, and real-world examples that help inform state lawmakers and elevate the voice of Florida cities. We'll be posting this on the website.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank
Mr.
you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Thanks. It's nothing about me. It's about the residents of the city of South Bay. I want to make sure that you know that, because I'm not about titles and position, none whatsoever. When I can do the work for the residents and the city of South Bay, I'm very, very proud to do that there. And I always say, I'm definitely going to be at the table than just being on the menu. And I just want to thank each and every one of you all. We'll continue tonight. Opportunity for the public to address the commissioner. Madam Clerk.
Yes, Mr. Reverend Lawrence.
Pastor Lawrence?
Certainly, I thank God for another opportunity to come before you, wonderful people. Many of you have the information in front of you, but we're in the 5th year.
Pastor, can we get your name and your address, please, sir?
My name and my address.
Yes, sir.
All right, Reverend Willie Lawrence. I'm at 943 Southwest Avenue C Place, Belgrade, Florida. You ready now?
Yes, sir.
All right. I got the cue. Okay. So I'm here before you on behalf of the Youth Explosion 2026 committee, where I am the founder of the Youth Explosion, and Mrs. Varee Jenkins serves as my physical agent, and we serve on the planning board that we started out 5 years ago with a youth explosion with a budget of $7,000. And we did one program here in the city of Belgrade. And from that time, we have grown to, I can announce that we are now have sponsors where we are receiving over $25,000 a year. And we have 2 youth explosion programs that we have implemented in Belgrade and in Riviera Beach. And we provide these 2 programs each year. We are proud to announce that this year our youth explosion will be at Rosenwald Elementary. We're so happy that Vice Mayor, along with Principal Hightower, made it happen that we will be bringing the youth explosion to Rosenwald Elementary this year on May the 8th. And then on May the 9th, we will be at the R.J. Hanley School in Riviera Beach. And so we have always been partners with the city on this venture, and we're proud to say that we're right before you again this year to ask for your support and your financial support. One of the things I'm very proud of is that we have 4 talent categories, one of which is instrumental, one is dance, one is singing, and we've added an oratorical section to the competition this year. And we're proud to say that we have 2 students from the Belgrade area that have entered into college and are pursuing their music careers, and we are supporting them even now in college. And we have a young man over in Riviera Beach that we're proud to say that we helped his mother and his family, and we got him into Juilliard in New York, School of Arts. And so this is our goal, this is our efforts that we are working to highlight the talent in the Glaze area. And we certainly need the support of the cities, City of Belgrade, City of Pahokee. I've spoken with Mayor Babs, I spoke with Mayor Wilson, and I've spoken to Mayor Kyles. And we're just happy to have all 3 of you cities involved. The funds go to the young people. We have 3 different categories where we have.
Reverend Lawrence, I think your 3 minutes is up. It's all right for him to continue. I have to get the permission from the commission.
I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking at the clock, but I can wrap it up in less than a minute.
Yes,
that we are just excited about what you all are doing. We ask for your support. You have the letter in front of you, and we ask that you would look that over and get back with us in our committee. And we know that you're going to do great things to help us to continue to support our kids.
All right. Thank you, sir. We do appreciate you
Any
being
question?
for it. Any question for this commission? Here none, sir.
Yes, I
Thank
have.
you. One.
Just to, can you let the audience know how much first place, second place, and third place?
I was getting ready to do that when the buzzer rang. We give away $500 to our first place winner in each category, $350 to our second place category, and $200 to our third place category, and then to each kid that are involved. If they're in a group, the group. If it's an individual person, we give it to them. And each person, and that's because our Mayor Kyles and Mayor Wilson, 5 years ago said at our first event, and we weren't able to give because we only had a little bit of money, and they said, we're gonna make sure that every kid leave here with something. So we give $100 to every kid that participate in the program.
That's awesome.
All right.
Thank you. We do appreciate it, sir. Thank you for that information there. Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Before the clerk,
before the clerk go, Mr. Mayor, there's some action. There's a request for $2,000 in the letter from Federation of Families, and I can tell you there is no budgeted amount or funding available up to for $2,000 within your community funding budget. You made one of your largest and pretty much the final contribution to Rosenwald Elementary School at a prior meeting to support those students in that line, from that line item. So there's a request for $2,000, and I know this event is going to take place, or they need to have the request in advance of your next meeting, which is April 21st. The event is May 8th. It doesn't, I just need a direction to go. I can tell you there's a possibility, there's a strong possibility of you being able to support one of those first place honorariums in the amount of $500. So when I got the letter, I just knew that amount we could not fulfill administratively. The 500, yes, we can fulfill, but I also know within what your final donation, community contribution to Rosenwald Elementary School, that did impact that your community giving line item.
So, Manager, in reference to the discretionary fund for each one of the commissioners, if there's a possibility we can donate from the, I can't say from each one of the commissioners, they have to give you that permission to do that. There's a possibility that we can donate from the discretionary funding of each commissioner.
Well, let me, for the Federation of Families, if you are able to hold off until the April 21st meeting, I can look at the commissioner's discretionary funds and have individuals conversations with them. But I do know we may have moved some of those dollars in order to support Rosenwald. Okay. So, but I will take that if that is a consensus from the commission with each of their discretionary line items to have me look into those line items. I will do so. I just hear from the commission.
Do I need to vote? Commissioner, you willing to allow him to look into your discretionary fund if it's possible? It's up to you all.
Yes.
Okay. One from Vice Mayor and myself.
Yes, sir.
And Commissioner Pope.
Okay.
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor, Commission. I will do that, and then if that dollar amount come back to where it requires, if the funding is available and it requires the commission consideration, there will be a resolution on the agenda at the April 21st meeting. If it does not come to the amount and it doesn't require a commission approval for it because of the amounts within the manager's threshold, then I will execute and take care of that. Mayor, Commission. Thank you.
All right. No, thank you, City Manager Cameron. Thank you, Pastor Lawrence, and thank you, Commissioners, as well. I do appreciate it. We will continue with our agenda for tonight. Madam Clerk.
Miss Annie Eiffel.
All right. Good evening, Mayor, Commission, residents of South Bay. My name is Annie Eiffel with Healthier Glades. I work remotely, but my office is 1020 East Main Street, Pahokee, Florida, 33476. I come to you today to share with you some community updates so that way you're aware and we can share with the community what's going on. Healthier Glades is partnering with several organizations to bring about activities for the Glades region that includes Belle Glade, South Bay, Pahokee, and Canal Point. The first one I want to share with you is the Glades Housing Summit that is coming up April 25th at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Eddie Lee Rose Gymnasium in Pahokee. And this is in collaboration with the Glades Alumni Chapter Delta Sigma Theta, Healthier Glades, City of Pahokee, and the Fair Housing Center. And what we're doing is we're trying to bring information and resources to the community for rental questions about tenants' rights, first-time home buying, and the gamut. So that is April 25th. If you're able to come, I have flyers for you guys as well. On April 30th, we're partnering with Letco Community Development Incorporated to do a disability awareness lunch and learn, and that's going to be Thursday, April the 30th from 11 to 1 at Belglade Civic Center, and that's located right next to the Belglade Library at 725 Northwest 4th Street, Belglade, Florida 33430. And so there'll be information for folks. If you are a caregiver of someone who has a disability, we're inviting agencies that work directly with that population to provide information and resources. Like if you need to apply for benefits, if you got denied recently for benefits, how to reapply, if information about housing options for folks who are disabled, how to protect yourselves legally, both as the individual who's disabled and as well as the caregiver. So that is going to be from 11 to 1 at the library on April 30th. We encourage you to come. I'm also working with the community for the annual Senior Citizens Prom. This is going to be held this year in Belglade. We're finalizing the location for Lakeshore Middle School, their cafetorium. The save the date is June 6th from 6 to 10. And so I'll bring more information at the April 21st meeting. I do want to say thank you to the Tri-City mayors for working with us. Myself, along with Reverend Lawrence and Varee Jenkins, are working on the senior prom this year. So, and also including Clewiston as well. This Saturday, tomorrow, I have one of my mini grant awardees, Miss Fuse. Raise your hand. She'll be doing her community safety event at Turner Park at 10 o'clock. She got a grant from Healthier Glades to provide solar address signs, number signs. I know my time is up, I'm sorry. Address signs, as well as information on public safety. So I didn't want to take her thunder, but I did want to recognize that her event is tomorrow.
Right. Thank you, Miss Annie. We do appreciate you, and thank you for all the information and things that you do in the Glaze area. You don't do it in one city, but you do it in the entire Tri-City area along with Henry County. We just wanted to thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Madam Clerk?
Yes, Mr. Lovely?
Good evening, panel, to each and every one of you. Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Ernest Lovely. My address is 16318 East Pleasure Drive in the city of Loxahatchee, Florida.
Yes, sir.
But just to be clear, I'm a forever former resident. And before I got to say, I got a short time, but I got to do this. I want to say thank you. I see Mr. Thomas Stinson. I also see Ms. Dorothy Davis. These two people helped rear my entire family. And I would not miss this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Love.
I'm here tonight just to say something that I feel like that's very important. Coming up in the city of South Bay, I remember being introduced to music and all of those things, all the gamuts of music. And one night I was getting ready to go to a high school football game, and I didn't really want to go. And my mama said, "Your daddy is on a tractor, and I've been working all day. You don't have a job. You don't make decisions. Get in that bedroom and get ready to go to that football game." And she said, "Oh, and let me tell you something. The world is bigger than South Bay." And she said, "I want all my children to see it." So tonight I came to say to Mr. McKelvin, man, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done, all that you're doing. Man, you will never know the part that you played in these young people's life in this city. And I had to be here tonight to say thank you myself. My son right now is traveling the entire world based on what he learned with music. My younger brothers are doing the same thing with New York City Broadway plays. They both right now are percussionists for the Tina Turner Review. But I wanted to say to Mr. Hightower as well, I gave him a phone call today to also say thank you, because what the young people experienced this past weekend, I can tell you from experience, they'll never forget it. They will never forget it. They'll never forget Mr. McKelvin's name, and they'll never forget Mr. Hightower's name. And I just want to say thank you guys. And we've all been having some conversation now about doing some things to further it, because after these kids leave Rosenwald Elementary School and go to Lake Shore, there is no music program. There is no music class. And I don't know how that came about, but I can promise you that we are going to get together to see that these young people continue to have an opportunity to travel the world and bless the city of South Bay really good. Thank you all for the opportunity tonight.
Madam Clerk?
That's it, sir.
All right, thank you. Commissioner, before we go to the consent agenda, I want Mr. Hightower, is all right if y'all are gonna move him up front? And then after he finished, I want to hear from Vice Mayor McKelvin, because he have the babies here tonight, he have the parents here as well. If it's all right with the commissioner, we can change the order of service.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Commissioner, I do appreciate it. This present time, Mr. Hightower.
Hey, greetings to the elected officials of South Bay and the beautiful community of South Bay. I just come to give you a brief update on what's taking place at Rosenwald. And of course, you know, 2 weeks ago, we had our drill team as well as our drum line perform on March 28th, and they came in first place out of about 15 teams. And So once again, kudos to Ms. Capel, Mr. McKelvin, and definitely Ms. Robinson. You don't know how much of an impact you have on the lives of the students. So thank you so much. Saturday on April the 4th, the Battle of the Bands, which is the biggest battle in the county of Palm Beach. Our drum line came in first place. So, you know, I don't really have to say the words because Mr. Lovely already expressed our true feelings of how we feel about Ms. Robinson as well as Dean McKelvin. But on a lighter note, you know, this is a testing season, so we're quick. You know, before we take our final assessments, which will determine if we are A, B, C, or D. Now, on April the 8th, which is tomorrow, we're having our kindergarten roundup rollout. And therefore, you know, we're asking that if you have a student who's transitioning from pre-K to kindergarten, we ask that you come to Rosenwald either at 9 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and there you would get a host of great grammar, academic materials, and resources that you can use to prepare your students, your kids, our students for kindergarten. On April the 11th, we have our Black Gold Jubilee, and that normally takes place at Slim Fish Count. Is that still the name of it?
Torrey Island.
Torrey Island, sorry. I feel old. Yes. Torrey Island. And so that normally takes place at Torrey Island. We have our drum line as well as our drill team. They are marched in the parade, and we normally go out there and support the festivities at Torrey Island. And then on April 23rd, we have our Take Your Child to School Day, which is almost 2 weeks from now. Our last day up to Torrey, because we are preparing for assessments at this time. So our last day up to Torrey actually takes place April the 30th. And then we begin assessments. On April the 24th and the 25th, we have our iReady assessments a week prior to the big assessment, which determines if we are A, B, C, or D. And then May 1st through May 20th, because it's kind of drawn out long and drawn out, but we actually having all of our students test either in reading, math, and science. But on May 4th through the 8th, we have what we call our Teacher Appreciation Week, where we recognize all of our teachers and our staff members at the school. And last but not least, as Reverend Lawrence stated, on May 8th, collaborating with Reverend Lawrence, on May 8th, we're having our Youth Explosion Church event on Friday, May 8th. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Hightower. Before you leave, any question from this commission to Mr. Hightower in reference to the Roosevelt Elementary School report? Mr. Hightower, I just want to say thank you. Thank you and your staff for everything that you do, everything you have been doing, especially for our babies. I always use that word babies. I know that belongs to other people's kids, but they're our babies within the city of South Bay. You have done a fantastic and a great job. Last year, you did a wonderful job. I'm looking forward to another great year at Roosevelt Elementary School. I just want to thank each and every one that have been a part of the youth. Pastor Lauren, thank you as well, because you have been part of the youth each and every year. Ms. Annie, I feel you have been a part of the youth as well. Councilman, you have been a part of the youth as well. Parents and the residents as well. You have done a fantastic job in reference to our babies. You're keeping our babies with a positive mind instead of a negative mind. You're making sure that they go further and further in life there. Mr. Lovett, thank you, sir, as well, sir. I know we had a conversation today, and I want to thank you for the words and the inspiration that you brought before me and what we can do and what we're going to try to do in the city of South Bay, dealing with our youth in the city of South Bay. But I just want to say, continue to do the wonderful work y'all doing for Roosevelt Elementary School. City of South Bay going to continue to be here for Roosevelt Elementary School and these students along with their parents as well. But I just want to say congratulations to you all. We wish you all the best. We really do, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
All right. Thank you, sir. At this present time, I'm just going to have the vice mayor to come up at this present time. He have his babies here. He have the parents here. He have everyone that have been working with them this year here. And I'm just going to let him shine, shine, shine tonight. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, parents. Thank you to babies. Thank you, Mr. Hightower, and thank you, Vice Mayor. It's your show, sir.
Wow, you say shine. I like to stay in the background. But I just want to say thank you all for coming out tonight. This is really a momentous moment for our students here at Rosenwald Elementary School. Man, when I tell you that they work very, very, very hard. We've been doing the drumline competition for about, I would say, it's like the 6th year. So for 6 years, we kept coming in either second place, third place, second place, third place. But this year, I told them, man, we want that first place trophy this year. So, I told them we want that first place trophy this year.
Look at that.
So I when I tell you guys that they work very, very hard, even Good Friday, when everybody was home in their beds, my babies was out there working. I had some of the parents like, man, it's Good Friday. Blah, blah, blah. They got to come to practice, mandatory. I just take it back to when I was coming up, being in the drum line at Lakeshore, Glade Central, and it eventually took me to FAMU. So I try to instill those principles into my kids. You don't have to play football. You don't have to play basketball. The arts are very, very important. When we was coming up, we had the arts. We had street beat, and it took us plenty places. It took us out of the country. We went to Jamaica with the band. We went to Disney World. It took us places. So my thing for, establishing this drum line here in South Bay was to, give our kids another avenue. So if all of us ain't gonna play football, I thought when I was in elementary, I was gonna play football. I did, but when I was only 4'11" in 9th grade, I knew football was out the window. But I always had something to fall back on. I know my baby's got to go home and get ready for bed, but for school tomorrow. But we have been offered an opportunity to go to North Carolina to see a college drumline competition up under Florida Memorial University. By us coming in first place, the company Bus One has offered to give us the transportation, but what we are kind of falling short on is we're gonna need the community with funding for lodging and for meals for the kids. So I'm just throwing that out there right now for everybody, to soak it in. The actual competition is gonna be the weekend of May 9th. So I know that's the Youth Explosion, May 8th. So we'll work out all of those logistics. But this is something that I want to take our kids, so this is something that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. I also want to say thank you to Ms. Robinson and the girls for just taking that competition to another level. And also to Mr. Torres Lovely, who came out weekly, because I always told, I was like, man, I need you, bro. I need you to come back home. I need you to come back home. So I was able to, get him to come back home and to, give some more few pointers that actually take us to the next level. Because we can't do it by ourselves. You're gonna need some help. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the community. Thank you to the kids. Thank you to my colleagues for just being there and being that extra ear, giving me that push, so that way I can push my kids. So I would like for them to come up, all the kids come up, so we could take a picture with the elected officials. Before they come up, before y'all come up, let's take a quick snippet at the performance, if you haven't saw it yet. This is actually like the second half of it. This ain't the beginning, it's like in the middle going to the end. As a second grader. Second grade. All right, come on up. That's awesome. Mr. Collins cut the video short.
Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins. Let's put it. Mr. Collins, can you get us up here, Mr. Collins? Elected officials? Yes, I got it. All right, thank you, sir. Will all the parents, guardians or whatever, will you please stand tonight?
Thank you, parents. Thank you, parents.
Thank you all. Vice Mayor, thank you. Babies, thank you all. We do appreciate everything that you all doing here, especially in Roosevelt, and you've been highlighted within this beautiful city of South Bay. Again, thank you, Vice Mayor.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. See you tomorrow.
Go home. With Miss Laverne, go home.
Thank you all for being so patient with us, especially with the babies here tonight. Really do appreciate that. Our commission will continue with our agenda item tonight, the consent agenda, commissioner meeting March the 3rd of 2026, and approve a city commissioner agenda April the 7th, 2026. Mr. Manager, you have any deletion and reference addition to this agenda tonight, sir?
None, sir.
All right, thank you. May I have a motion and a second to move the consent agenda to the floor for discussion and approval? Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Bernard. Any question for the consent agenda? Here none, Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard.
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Commission. Passed by all commissioners. To continue, Madam Clerk, Resolution 04-2026. We read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, establishing and approving a senior minor home repair program to assist low and moderate income senior homeowners living within the City of South Bay, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. May I have a motion second to move Resolution 04-2026 to the floor for discussion and approval?
Move.
Moved by Commissioner Polk.
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor McKelvin. Any discussion from this commission for Resolution 04-2026? Here none, Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioners, passed by all commissioners. We'll continue with our agenda for tonight. Resolution 11-2026, Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the city manager to execute a use of facility agreement between Palm Beach County and the City of South Bay, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 11-2026 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Commissioner Bernard,
Second.
second by Commissioner Polk. Any question at this present time per Resolution 11-2026 before this commission? Here none, Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard.
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioner, passed by all commissioners. Resolution number 12-2026, Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, acknowledging the evaluation results for the period January 2025 to January 2026 for City Manager Leandra D. Camel, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioner, in reference to Resolution 12-2026, I want to thank you all, the one that did the evaluation for the city manager for the year 2025 to 2026. We do appreciate that. At this present time, Madam Clerk, will read the results of the evaluation, please.
Whereas the employment agreement between the city and Camel requires that the City Commission of the City of South Bay City Commission complete an annual performance evaluation and questionnaire regarding the city manager's performance. Whereas the City Commission recently completed a performance evaluation regarding the city manager's performance, and whereas an average score of 3.0 is deemed to be satisfactory. The city manager, however, received a score of 3.948, denoting his performance as superior, and whereas the city commission finds that the compilation of the city manager's evaluation has been presented to the city commission and a merit increase or contract extension could be considered by the city commission, and whereas the city commission finds the acknowledgement of results of the city manager's performance evaluation is in the best interest of the city.
City manager, can you use this?
No, I was just saying the item is has been presented to the commission for your discussion, this consideration and discussion, Mayor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Manager, and thank you, Madam Clerk. At this present time, may I have a motion and second to move Resolution 12-2026 to the floor for discussion on approval.
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Bernard. Any discussion at this present time, and what is the commissioner's preference in reference to city manager evaluation? Starting with Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to ask for clarification on the evaluation process. The evaluation.
You're talking to Mike, please.
The evaluation reflects a specific time period, January 2025 through January 2026. And I just want a better understanding what determines the participation in this process, particularly how eligible it defines consistent with the time frame. Additionally, if all commissioners have not participated in this evaluation, how is the overall outcome determined to ensure it accurately reflects the full commission participation?
If all the commissioners participate, Commissioner King, the majority of the commissioner, they make the determination.
Okay. Can you repeat that, Mr. Mayor?
In reference to if all the commissioners had the opportunity to do the evaluation on per the city manager, if any commissioner chooses not to do the evaluation on that particular city manager, he or she, then if the other commissioner did the evaluation on them, which is a majority of the commissioners, and then they make the final decision.
Okay, is that city policy, city code, or is that something that the commission agreed upon?
It's in policy and procedures.
Policy and procedure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I didn't participate. I had some other things going on at the time, and I wasn't able to participate. So at this time, I'm just requesting that we table this agenda item and until further time, until I'm able to take part in this evaluation.
Or just a motion? Are you putting a motion? Just a motion?
Motion to table this this agenda item.
You have a motion by Commissioner King to table Resolution 12-2026 at this present time. Do I have a second? The motion dies for lack of second. You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Commissioner Bernard.
Okay, I was looking at the outcome of his evaluation. He scored a 3.948, which is superior. That is awesome. Thank you for the hard work that you do. I don't know whether attorney can direct me at this time, whether is this the appropriate time to ask for a bonus for him?
The city manager is under you all's direction, and you can decide whatever you all think would be appropriate. And if it receives a majority vote, that would be what would be carried out.
Oh, thank you, city manager. So at this time, I would make a motion to give him a bonus. He's not asking for a raise. And I know in the past, it was about $20,000. And I know we are kind of low on money, but we need to give him something. So I'm going to make a motion that we give him $15,000.
This wage increase or bonus?
Just a bonus. One-time bonus.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Commissioner Bernard and second by Commissioner Polk in reference to the manager receiving a one-time bonus of $15,000. Any questions per this motion at this present time? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner King,
No.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes. Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you for doing the evaluation. It passed by 4-1 of the commissioners. Thank you. Yes, sir. Commissioner Polk, you have anything you want to say, and Vice Mayor?
I would like to make a few comments.
Yes, sir.
I can recall about 2 years ago when this conversation was had. I was not in support of it. What has changed my mind that I'm in support of it tonight is we had several meetings with the city manager, goal setting meetings, and I'm just gonna list, as I was sitting here thinking about it, I just took note just tonight off dome some of the things that we have accomplished, and I just wanna put it out there for the community. Roads was my number one thing. I mean, we killing it with the roads right now. When you talk about 10th Street finna get the asphalt on it. We got the money for Northwest 12.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna leave a little bit of space for you. I'm just excited about, cause when I ran for office, I ran to get things done. And that's what I'm seeing we're doing. So, and I think it deserves merit. And so, Northwest, I was gonna say 11 and 12. We started out just having the money for one side of 11. And then we got a call saying, you finna give y'all $1 million more. So, I mean, that just goes to show that things are happening. Northwest first. Then we had the big conversation about doing the Southwest section by Dollar General. We got that done last year. All those roads over there got down by Miss Virginia, Crawford House, Dollar General. That was so bad coming in there. So we got that done. Then we have all the permitting for the motel project that's coming. The Dunkin' Donut, they got all those permits. I talked with the developer for that today, and he was just saying, thank you all. They don't know. We don't do the work. They the one who do the work. So it deserves merit. We got the racetrack open. So South Bay is on the move, and I think that and who else? The red. We got another red light. So I'm just saying. So because I know that some people will say, "What changed my mind?" I just told you. So there you go.
Thank you, Commissioner Poe. Vice Mayor McKelvin.
Yes, I just want to say congratulations on your evaluation, Mr. Manager. Continue to do the great work that you have always done. Let's continue to make South Bay great, and let's continue to move our city forward. Congratulations.
All right.
Thank you, Vice Mayor McKelvin, as well. Mr. Manager and Commissioner, I just want to thank each and every one of you for doing your evaluation on the city manager. You have seen the work that he have been doing in the past year and before, the work he did in the city of South Bay. And also the staff, I want to thank you as well for the work that you have been doing, because due to the fact that you all make the councilman look good in the city of South Bay, along with the city manager, in the day-to-day work that you do each and every day. And go back to what the councilman has said, that if you think about some of the things that we have achieved in the city of South Bay, well, you heard that I'm talking about the roads within the city of South Bay. Just last year with the commissioner, the city manager, along with our lobbyists up in Tallahassee, we was able to get to $1,860,705 for Southwest 11th Avenue. This is the street that he was talking about in Southwest. And then coming right around during that particular time, just before we was able to get additional, I think it was $2 million for the same street. $2 million for the same street. So you think about it, that's $3,000. But now that we're able to do Northwest 11th now, we need $3 million. We want to thank our lobbyists. We want to thank our senators. We want to thank our representatives. We want to thank our city managers, commissioners for really wonderful work, because due to the fact you make a huge difference in the city of South Bay. And also they talked about Southwest 12th Street as well. Then we came back, like Commissioner Polk saying, we put X amount of $1,000 in the budget. The following week, we came back and did the same identical thing, $1 million in that particular budget. Now, you think about another thing from a federal aspect. During that particular time period, we was able to go to go to Washington, D.C., but the manager had to go back to Washington, D.C. to confirm, trying to make sure that we get that $1 million towards our emergency center. That's when changes had to be made. He was able to sit down and come to the one that was doing the design and trying to make those changes. Because a lot of things that we think that we'll be able to receive from a federal aspect, something should not be in there when we're trying to get the money, but he was able to do that. So by having a connection and relationship with Congresswoman Sheila McCormick, she was able to get that $1 million within the city of South Bay for their emergency center. Now, these are the things that we're talking about. The other things that's coming about within the city of South Bay, there's some things that we haven't been talking about. We keep on a low profile. So when it do happen in the city of South Bay, you will see the work that the city manager do on a day-to-day basis. I'm here with him. I'm seeing him. He always calling me that, Mayor, I got to go here. Mayor, I got to go there. I said, sir, go ahead and take care of the business of the city of South Bay. And when you're on your way back to the city, call me and let me know that you're okay. This is the type of manager that we have in the city of South Bay. He warranted this bonus that these commissioners felt that he deserved it. So I did it with the commissioners tonight, and want to thank the city manager for the wonderful work you're doing, the wonderful thing that you're doing, along with the city employees for the work that they do each and every day. Sometimes they get a sour note that you're not doing this, you're not doing that there, but you're doing a fantastic and wonderful job. Keep doing the work within the city of South Bay. When I can go out in public work and see smiling faces, knowing that they're okay, knowing that their family okay to getting the work done, you can't ask for nothing no better than that. When you come in City Hall there on a day-to-day basis, when I come into City Hall, I put my phone on my desk, I put my keys on my desk, and I greet each and every one of these employees in this office here, because due to the fact that I appreciate the work that they do on a day-to-day basis. And therefore, they have done a great job of the leadership of this city manager within the city of South Bay. Kudos. Thank you, sir, and we do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Commission. This one is different. It hits differently, and I do appreciate it. And it is extremely humbling to hear the words and for you all to share with me those things. I do have just two things to add. The mayor did tell me some things he wanted me to work on, and I want to let you all know I will work on them. He said that the manager does not engage with the media, only when the media call or come to City Hall. It's something that the mayor is looking for from the manager to do, is be more engaging. And I tell him often that no, I don't engage with the media. That I will do more of that, engaging in the most appropriate way that will not violate our charter, Mr. Mayor, as you are the spokesperson per charter for the city, is keep that in mind. I also would like to add that Commissioner Polk, because these two stood out, and his words were also impactful for me to hear. He shared with me that he wants to see the mass texting moving in a greater way. Yes, it is going, and that is something that we're communicating with our residents more. But he did state he want to have that greater mass texting and ensure that the commissioner-driven initiatives are public and present. So if you see our social media buzzing and the commission being highlighted, just know that the manager is doing as requested. So we are being more impactful. But as we go through tonight, there's going to be some more communication and branding pieces that's going to come up in the meeting, Mr. Mayor. But Mayor, Commission, I do appreciate it. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that and the support received. And do know that this one does hit a little differently, because having the support of your commission is important in doing this job. But when you have that support freely, and to hear the word shared from 2 years ago where I got beat up here, and to know that I'm doing the job, thank you. I really do appreciate that, Commissioner Polk. Yes, sir.
You're welcome, sir. And he's absolutely correct about me, the media. I learned a lesson in reference to the media some years back, And the last time Channel 5 called me and said, could he meet with me? I was going to turn him down, but I said, no, you're talking about property taxes, so come on to the city of South Bay. We met in the office, had the opportunity to speak with him, and he put it on the news there in reference to what I said in reference to property tax. And I was, after the different one came and talked to him about it, I was very thrilled about it because I was totally against what they were trying to do in reference to property taxes up in Tallahassee there. But the thing about it, we will continue to meet with the media. And the reason I said I had experience in the media some years back in the year 2020 when we do the food distribution within Raidersville, Bernard and different ones, we was out there and the news media came out there and we were talking about sugarcane burning during that. They were talking about sugarcane burning at that particular time period. And I think Vice Mayor Joaquin was there as well. I had the mask on my face and they put it out there. The reason I have the mask on is because the sugarcane burning. And that bothered me. It really bothered me. Why you lie like that, saying that the reason I had the mask on because sugarcane burning? Everyone out there had a mask on their face. It wasn't because of sugarcane burning. We was feeding peoples. We weren't thinking about no sugarcane burning. We was about feeding the residents in the Tri-City areas. That's what we were focusing on. And that's why I try to shy away from some of them, because when they put those lies on you, it's hard to try to get people to believe that you wasn't out there because of no sugarcane burning, you know? But, you know, that's one of the reasons sometimes I throw it off on him. And I know he be kind of shy about it, you know, but every now and then he'll go out there and do it. But that's my main reason why. But now that, you know, I get to the point now that they're going to allow on you regardless of whatever, but you got to make sure you set the record straight to the peoples. And then therefore they know that they're just putting something out there. But thank you, Mr. Manager. We do appreciate the work that you're doing in the city of South Bay. We continue with our agenda for the night. Resolution 13-2026. Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, authorizing the city manager to adopt a marketing, communications, and brand identity policy, providing for implementation by the city manager, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mayor Commission, the City of South Bay recognizes the importance of effective communication, transparency, and community engagement in delivering high-quality municipal services. A unified brand identity and communication strategy would promote civic pride, economic opportunity, and positive public perception of the city. The City Commission of the City of South Bay desires to establish consistent standards for city marketing, communications, and brand identity to ensure alignment across all departments and public-facing communications as set forth in the policy, the communication marketing brand policy. The proposed marketing, communications, and brand identity policy seeks to establish guidelines for branding, digital accessibility, community engagement, and coordinated communications across the organization. Implementation of the policy will support improved transparency, accessibility, and engagement with residents, businesses, and visitors while utilizing existing resources. Staff, Mayor, Commission, I do apologize, Mayor, Commission, staff recommends approval of said resolution.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move resolution 13-2026 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Commissioner Polk, second by Commissioner Bernard. Any question at this present time for this resolution 13-2026? I just want to say something in reference to that, to this marketing piece here. You know, I remember when Commissioner Polk was elected and he talked about marketing within the city of South Bay. We want to make sure that our city, that people knows about our city in the city of South Bay. That haven't, the city manager haven't forgotten that, and the commission haven't forgotten that at all. Now you see more and more advertisement in different places about the city of South Bay. And I'm pretty sure some people are receiving calls about, man, you guys are doing great in the city of South Bay. You're doing wonderful things in the city of South Bay. And with this marketing pieces that we're bringing to the city of South Bay, you see more and more about, we are the smallest city in the Tri-City area, but we're doing great and wonderful things in the city of South Bay, and it's being recognized by different ones. So as a market piece will continue to help us within the city of South Bay. Yes, we live in the city of South Bay. Yes, we own the muck. Yes, we are surrounded by cane field, rice field, vegetables, and all of that there because we love the Glaze area. So we're going to continue to put out these positive things in reference to our city within the city of South Bay. Other cities are doing the same identical thing. Belgrade is doing their marketing very well, and Pahokee, they will do. Hopefully, they will continue to do the same thing as well in their city. And I'm saying this here because I want all three of our cities to shine within the Glaze area, because what affect one city affect the other, whether negative or positive. So we want to make sure that we're looking good in our marketing piece within the city of South Bay. We're going to continue to look good in the city of South Bay. I just want to say that this afternoon to the commission. In addition to questions per resolution 13-2026. Here none, Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. It's a commission passed by all commissioners. Resolution 14-2026, Madam Clerk, read for the record, please.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of South Bay, Florida, rectifying the city manager's emergency purchase of an air conditioning unit from Abundant Air Heating and Cooling Inc. for an amount of $21,689, providing for adoption of representations, providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager Campbell.
Mr. Mayor Commission, on March 13, 2026, Abundant Air Heating and Cooling Inc. submitted a quote in the amount of $21,689 to replace the City Hall air conditioning unit within the commission chambers. An emergency purchase may be made at any time pursuant to Section 261 of the City South Bay Code of Ordinances by the city manager up to the amount of $10,000. And due to the immediate emergency nature of needing an air conditioner unit for the city commission chambers, the city manager is requesting that the City Commission of City of South Bay approve and ratifies the purchase of an air conditioner unit pursuant to the invoice and amount set forth in Exhibit A. The City of South Bay desires that the City Commission waive the purchasing authority cap for the city manager due to the emergency nature of the air conditioning unit as part of its emergency approval. Staff recommends approval of said resolution.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. May I have a motion and a second to move resolution 14-2026 to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Moved by Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Polk. Any discussion at this present time from this commission? Here none, Madam Clerk, recall the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, Madam Clerk, thank you. City Manager Campbell, thank you. And Commissioner, thank you as well. Passed by all commissioners. Roosevelt Elementary School report, we have heard from Mr. Hightower, Vice Mayor as well, and we've seen our babies here tonight. Financial report.
No report, sir. Everything is good. We paying our bills on time.
Thank you, Commissioner Polk, Treasurer, we appreciate that. City Clerk's report.
None, sir.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. City Manager report.
Mr. Mayor, just a few items. During the last meeting, Commissioner Bernard, you all supported a future agenda item to discuss Article 2 and Article 8. Article 2, mainly the City Commission, and Article 8, Commission procedures. So during that time, as a future agenda item for discussion, it is placed in the city manager's report. But at this moment, I will turn over, after meeting with Commissioner Bernard and the commissioner sharing some of the things she wants to discuss under Article 2 and Article 8. I will leave those items. I will turn this over to you now, Mayor and Commissioner Bernard.
Commissioner Bernard.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, my fellow commissioners that we call the CBS team. During the last meeting, and even tonight, I noticed that it's been reoccurring that Rosenwald Elementary School report, we always moving it up. So therefore, because of that, let's discuss adjusting our agenda structure so that reports like this can be addressed consistently and in an organized way. I would like us to consider modifying the Rosenwald Elementary School report earlier on the agenda. In order to do that, I would ask that we review our commission procedure under Chapter 2, Article 8, and any related provisions under Article 8 or other other sections of our Code of Ordinances. I recommend that our city attorney guide us on the appropriate sections of the code where these updates should be placed. In addition to the agenda order, I think it is also important that we reinforce an important governance principle regarding the chain of command within the city. As commissioners, the CBS team, our responsibility is to set policy, make decisions, and prioritize the issues we want to discuss. We should not be giving direct orders or instructions to city employees. Any direction to staff should go through the city manager designee, or through the city attorney when the matter involves legal. Following the structure help maintain professionalism, clarity, and proper administrative operation. So at the same time, we must also remember that serving as a commissioner, a CBS team player, carries significant responsibility and accountability under our governing documents. Our code should include specific ground under which a commissioner may be removed from office. For those reasons, I believe it is important that we clearly define and reinforce our procedures by clarifying the agenda order and establishing a formal non-interference provision and removal of commissioners when within our code. We can ensure that our meetings operate efficiently, transparently, and in full compliance with our Code of Ordinances and Florida law. Mayor, at this time, I would like to discuss these items in preparation for a change to our code. If we all desire and come to consensus, after the discussion, I would like to make a motion directing staff and the city manager to prepare an ordinance that would, 1, clarify the commission agenda, including consideration of where the Rosenwald Elementary School report should appear. Also establish a formal non-interference provision stating that commissioners may not give direct orders or directives to city employees, and that all direction must go through the city manager, who is over the whole operation of the city, the manager's designee, or city attorney when appropriate. Establish removal of a commissioner provision. Thank you, Mayor.
I thank you, Commissioner Bernard. Thank you for the information. Madam Attorney, she called your name out. Give me some direction at this present time, Max.
Well, we can, along with the manager, I can work with him to look at, it's under section 2-29, order of business, and I can work with the manager to see what, if anything, needs to be moved around to address the commissioner's questions and concerns. And with respect to non-interference, it's normally in most charters, but if you were looking to put it in your charter, it would need to go for a referendum before the voters. That's how it's generally placed in the charter. If that is something the commission is interested in doing, you could check with through the clerk, the supervisor of elections office, to see what their deadlines are, and possibly look at it as a ballot question for your next upcoming election. You probably would want to do a special election because you'd be charged extra for it, but if you did it as a part of a piggyback on something else that's already being done, then it wouldn't cost you too much extra. So those would be my comments for now.
Thank you, Madam Attorney and Commissioner Bernard. I think there's some legal work that we have to do as well. I know you're saying by coming back with a motion tonight. I think they're waiting till we get all the legal ramification in reference to trying to make these changes here, and then we go from there. But I want to hear from each one of these commissioners in reference to your two items that you stated for future agenda items.
Mayor.
Yes, go ahead, dear.
Okay. I think the city attorney was talking about the second one about the commissioner removal or both.
The second one dealing with the non-interference. That's normally
Yes.
something in your charter. Because I didn't know exactly what issues you were going to focus on, I can look at it later and see if you have anything like that right now. It might be some general language. If you want to tie it to a removal issue, that, in my opinion, would be something that you probably want to put before the voters. But again, I would like to look at it first and see what you have in your charter already that may address your issues, and to see whether or not you all want to look at doing anything different to make that more specific, to address your specific concerns of what happens. And I'm assuming this is what you're saying. What happens if there is interference, and there probably would need to be some kind of a due process procedure that the city commission would review, and then you would go to the issue of a removal, because it wouldn't, you couldn't just say this is it and that's the end of it. You all would have to go through, have something that's clear and concise.
Okay.
And then if it belongs in your charter, those are the issues that I would talk with the manager about and come, if that's what you all were looking to do. So I guess the first thing is direction in terms of whether or not you even want to see this, because it, will be some work involved. And so if the commission is not willing to go that far, then we won't even start those wheels rolling. But if this was something that the commission has an appetite for, then certainly we can craft language to address the body's concerns.
Okay, thank you, attorney. So that's the second one, but the one about the Roosevelt Elementary School report, we can go ahead with that
That's a
one.
very easy one, yes.
Thank you.
We don't have a problem with reference to that. It's up to the commission. I was just looking at that as well. In reference to if it's all right with the commissioners, in order to keep the Roosevelt Elementary School with just sitting and waiting at the end, is a possibility we can move him between the consent agenda opportunity for the public, or either after just before the resolution, whatever direction that you all want to move this particular Roosevelt Elementary report, I'm all right with it.
Mayor.
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay, I think we all agree with it. Can we let the city manager and the attorney look at it and see which place would be more appropriate for it to be up front, up close?
Well, it can be moved to either one
Mayor,
of the areas there.
excuse me. Can we?
Sorry.
Can we let the attorney and the city manager work on that?
Okay, what we'll do, we'll just let at your request, we'll let the manager and the city attorney work on it, and we'll bring it back before the commission, and then we'll vote on it at that particular time period. That's all right with you, Commissioner Bernard?
I thought we was voting on that one and holding the other one.
Actually,
Yeah.
it would be a change in your ordinance, and so it requires 2 readings, and we'd have to
Okay.
prepare it
All
and
right.
bring it back, and everybody would be able to consider it twice.
All right, thank you, understood.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make it clear, that we don't have a problem about moving it.
Okay.
We didn't have a problem about moving it at all. But what you just not stated, they'll let the mayor, the manager, and the attorney work on it, and that's why I brought it back in reference to that.
Yeah, because you were trying to move it.
No,
and
I'm
then-
saying that we didn't have a problem about moving it. That's what I was saying. We didn't have a problem. It was up to you
Thank
all
you,
where
Mayor.
you want to move it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. All right, we'll continue with our agenda for the night. Our city manager, please continue with your report, sir.
Mr. Mayor, I just look back, and I need to go back before I continue the report. And we voted, you all took a vote action on the bonus, but not on the actual resolution, accepting the results.
Okay.
So if you could go back to Resolution 12, 2026, there's no vote recorded.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. May I have a motion and a second to move Resolution 12-2026 to the floor for discussion and approval.
So move.
Moved by Vice Member Kevin,
Second.
second by Commissioner Bernard. Any question at this present time per Resolution 12-2026? Here none, Madam Clerk, recall the roll, please.
Commissioner King,
No.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Polk,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowles.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, City Manager Cameron. Thank you, Commissioner. It passed 4-1 by the commissioners. Continue with their agendas.
Thank you, Mayor. Excuse me. Mayor Commission, you received in your backup as restructuring our organization here in the city of South Bay. Now, I want to take you back a couple months. I shared with the commission when about the replacement of our human resources executive assistant here in the city of South Bay, and that action is not going to take place at this moment. However, what we are in need of, there is going to be some upcoming changes in senior leadership within the Public Works Department, and the goal is to ensure continuity. So if you have looked at the city's website, you will notice that the manager is advertising for an assistant public works director, that once that public assistant is hired, they will receive the training from our public works director. During the change and the transition of the public works director, and once that public works director is out, there will be an upward movement and the assistant position will go away. So we are preparing for continuity in the public works department, and one of the major reasons for that, not only for the change and the continuity, the transition is possibly going to take place right in the midst of hurricane season. So those things, we don't want to have any gaps in the public works department. So if you will see on the city's website an advertisement for an assistant public works director here in the city of South Bay. Also on the website, you will notice for, oh gosh, it just ran away from me, the title, a reclassification, the renaming of our fiscal analyst to the administrative and finance services coordinator for the city of South Bay. And that's former Miss Olivia. She was the permit technician and the fiscal analyst. The permit technician worked within our community development, neighborhood services, building, permitting, office, code enforcement. Those services were provided. That work was being done by Miss Olivia. She was also accounts payable, finance analyst. She did finance work with the finance director. So what we have done, staff, is took all of the responsibilities that Miss Olivia was doing from 2 roles, but it was only one person. We're just squeezing all of that work into the administrative and finance services position. Though that position is within the budget. The public works position will come to you all. You will see a budget amendment at a later date, if need be, either a line item shift as well, but it is something we're able to do in the interim until that transition fully take place. So I wanted to give the commission a heads up to the best of my ability because of meeting schedules, but let you know that there are some opportunities out there, and let the residents know that those opportunities are out there here in the city of South Bay. for an assistant public works director, and the new title of an administrative and finance services coordinator position. Still working in both of those roles, but we just merged the job titles together. So I was just wanting to share that with the commission as we are moving forward.
The last, Mr. Manager, the last position here, would that position fall up under your management or either up under finance or what?
The administrative services,
Sir.
it will be a shared management. Mostly the finance pieces would fall under Mr. Massey. Just keeping the those books together and accounts payable pieces together, and shared with Mr. Collins from code enforcement. Mostly permits, building permits. I need to say this so that we're all clear, so that I'm completely clear. The finance piece with code enforcement is because code enforcement is grant funded. The finance analysts reviewed the code enforcement's documentation and paperwork for financial clarity and ensure proper reimbursement with Palm Beach County for the cities per our agreement. So that is what was done in that space. I also would like to add that Miss Olivia is she is the certified code officer. She has a certification, so it was working in tandem with the code enforcement space as well. So she supported code enforcement, and she is still going to support code enforcement even as the city clerk to the best of her ability. Barring once cases are submitted to the special master, but we are working within our means here in the city of South Bay and ensuring that we're still providing the best services to the residents.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
But it's a long answer to the question. It will have two supervisors that they all work well together.
All right, thank you.
The last item, Mayor, Commission, if there are no questions regarding that, if there are any specific questions the commission may have regarding the restructuring here in the city, feel free to call me. I will talk you through it. The full job description is on the website. If you need it emailed to you tonight, I'm more than happy to have it emailed to all the commission as well if you need a full copy of the job description. But the memo and the justification is in your backup, Mayor, for your review, Mayor and Commission for your review.
Any question at this present time from the city manager report? Continue, sir.
The last item, Mayor, City of South Bay, in this first time that since I've been here, we're actually doing our own scholarship. You have, as part of our solid waste agreement, support from the Good Company for our scholarships. You put together a policy. The policy was adopted. It was very clear to the best of my ability, but there were some things as you look in your black folders that were handed out to you. Once the scholarship committee met and reviewed all of the applications, I think there were 5 applicants, all residents of the city of South Bay. That was checked. Submit the letter. That was checked. One thing of those 5, only one did it in accordance to the actual policy. All others, they were emailed, and the policy doesn't clearly state mail. What it says, originals submitted, and there are some things once the committee met that we would like to tighten up for next year. But at the same time, I did not want to deny I didn't have the authority per your policy to do anything with those applications other than submit them with a recommendation from staff how to award those scholarships. However, it would only have been one, and I did not, and the committee did not feel it was, considering this is our first year doing those scholarships, we didn't want to deny those students because of just how it was structured. Now, I can take it back, but I wanted to bring it to the commission for your direction as to how you would like us to move. You have the scoring sheet, how you would like us to move with these first scholarships. If you want us to move forward with continuing to score them, considering how they were submitted, all of them were not submitted the proper way as outlined in the policy, or how you would like us to move. But I do know once this process, this batch is awarded, or how we move on it, we will go back, and we actually have already gone back and made the modifications, added some areas to say hard copies only, some language in there for it to be clear. But I did want to bring these to you all for your for a recommendation. Commission, I just didn't want to blind you with a resolution with only one applicant, and then you having asked the manager all those other questions later on. So I stopped talking at this time, Mayor, for direction.
Thank you, City Manager Campbell. We do appreciate this in reference to the scholarship evaluation at this present time. This was our first time giving out the scholarship within the city of South Bay as a whole. Yes, there are going to be some errors. There are going to be somebody who's not going to follow the protocol in reference to doing things, but they did submit for the scholarship. And I don't want to try to be, how you said, be a hero and not allow these individuals to receive a scholarship for the first time within the city of South Bay. And whatever mistake that was made this year here, we can correct all those mistakes next year when we receive the money for the scholarship. And then make sure that they do everything accurate in order for us to move forward, because there's a possibility it can be more a submit application once they find out about this first year here. So we want to make sure that everything is up to par the next go around, but I don't see no reason why we should deny those individuals because of the few mistakes that they made. But I just want to hear from the other commissioners in reference to the scholarship evaluation. So we'll start with Commissioner King at this present time.
No comment, sir.
All right, thank you, Commissioner King. Commissioner Bernard.
I like the fact that you all caught those errors, and you're working on them. This is the first time, and you do have 5. So, when you all go back next year, make sure you go over the application with those students, because, they are only high school students, so that you can prepare them for the future if they ever decide to go with other scholarships in the future.
Thank you, Commissioner Bernard. Commissioner Polk.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I agree with Commissioner Bernard. Maybe we could do a workshop before it, 30 minutes, some or whatever, to teach them how to apply. Because I know a lot of scholarships does that already. But it's a blessing, and hey, it's a lesson in the blessing. So we ain't stressing. Get it.
Thank you, Commissioner Polk. Vice Mayor.
Yes, I totally agree with Commissioner Bernard and Commissioner Pope. We gotta, our students are our future, man. So if we are blessed with being able to give a scholarship to our young people that are trying to better themselves and going to college, it's our first time, and it probably wasn't specific in the language. We just got to make sure we have everything tightened up on our end. But I was reading over one of the applications. I see missing signatures and all of this type of stuff. I don't know how we're scoring these applications, but we got to make sure that we teach our students and our residents how to completely fill out an application. But let's continue to move our students forward and bless these kids with an opportunity to receive a scholarship from the city of South Bay. So I'm all for it.
Okay. So we're gonna move forward with all 5 of the applications at this present time, all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor. The scholarship committee will reconvene with those directions and prepare the proper documentation to move forward. Thank you, Mayor. That completes the manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. We do appreciate your wonderful report, and thank you, Commissioner Bernard, for bringing those 2 items up in reference to up under the city manager council.
Mayor Commission, I do apologize. What's today? April 7th. If not April 25th or 27th, you will, if not April 25th, then April 27th, you will see asphalt on Northwest 10th Avenue. So the job site will be completely closed out on April 30th. So that is the job dead date. They are still ahead of schedule. But I do want to let you know, as of today, when I met with the contractor, April 27th is the latest day. It was scheduled for this week, but due to weather, it has changed the date. And since it was wet, we have to do a new walkthrough, just to ensure that all of that is taken care of and the ground is still steady and it still flows where it needs to go. But I can tell you, before April 27th, the asphalt will be on the roadway and the job site will be closed. If you go to the end of Northwest 10th, you will notice that the mobilization site has moved away. So the job site is coming to a close. DOT, in my meeting with them, in a brief meeting conference phone call, I know I told in a 101 with Commissioner Polk, I shared with you, you will have your agreement in April. Whatever is happening on their side, that agreement is not here for the 11th Street Corridor construction project. So from Virginia Lane to Northwest 2nd, the entire terminus, we are awaiting the agreement. It should have been here in April, but they have not. No oversight. It is just a matter of their internal operations in order to get the agreement back. What I can tell the commission and the public, although we are working, the design is underway for 11th, and the county is doing their water design as well. So there is a way that we are getting the work done because DOT has given the engineers the authorization to do the water plan and the roadway design, the design work for all projects prior to that other agreement coming to the city for the other additional dollars that are coming from the state. So those projects are underway. And we're waiting on the county for Northwest 1st. When I say county, Palm Beach County Board of County Commissioners on Northwest 1st and 12th to reprogram those dollars for their water projects to take place. I can tell you on this microphone, one of the issues is because South Bay projects are moving rapidly, Palm Beach County Water Department is having to adjust their construction schedule for the city of South Bay. And when they program their capital dollars, they don't always program them for 3 projects in one city at one time. So that is what the Board of County Commissioners are struggling with, is moving capital dollars in their water division in order to meet our project schedules. So those are good things. I'm going to stop talking so we can all get home tonight. That's all, Mayor.
No, thank you, sir. It's great information that you're sharing with the residents in the city of South Bay, because these are some of the things that a long time coming and it's coming to reality now. So it's good that you share this information with them, sir, especially with our streets and our infrastructure within the city of South Bay. We'll continue our city attorney's report.
Just the correction, I was trying to go off of my memory a little bit earlier, and I stated that the agenda area for the Code of Ordinances was a different section than it actually is. It's actually in Article 8, Section 2-311, and so that's the area that we'll be making the change to bring it back to you for. I just wanted to correct the record.
All right, thank you, Madam Attorney. Appreciate it. Any questions from this commission for the attorney report? Here are none. Before I move into future agenda item, Palm Beach County Sheriff Department, Palm Beach County Fire Department, and Ms. Bryant from Senator Office. Do you have anything that you'd like to say? All right, thank you, Deputy. Thank you, Ms. Bryant. Fire Department, come on up there.
Mayor, Mayor, she left. She left.
Thank you so much, Mayor. The a tentative special session has not been confirmed as of yet, so we're still waiting on that to take place. And Senator Berman will be here in South Bay on May 5th to give her 2026 end of session report. And I've already sent that information to the city manager and to the city clerk a couple weeks ago.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bryan. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you being here at all our meetings. And one thing about it is another vice mayor to always be at our meetings in the city of South Bay. Thank you, Vice Mayor, for being here, sir. We really do appreciate you, sir. Sir. Who is that? I'm sorry, Vice Mayor, City of Belglade, because I got the Vice Mayor of South Bay sitting next to me. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that correction, sir. Future agenda items.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner King.
Yes, the first item is the update on Cox Park, the playground equipment. If we can find some fundings to have that repaired as soon as possible, because it been over a year.
That's at Cox Park.
Cox Park, yes. Sir.
Installation is going to take place this month of the new playground equipment. We just wait. It's on the truck on its way here.
Okay. School zone flashing lights, beacon lights, and the school zone sign for the time of the school zone.
It's the time of school zone.
It's the sign that has the time,
Okay.
the time schedule for school zone.
Those only two, Commissioner?
Yes, sir.
We'll make a motion on the first one. We have a motion on the first one.
You asking me to make a motion?
Have a motion by Commissioner King in reference to the update in reference to the playground equipment at Cox Park. May I have a second? That's what I'd like a second. I think, Mr. Manager, you'll be able to give her an update in reference to that, sir.
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir. Commissioner King, may I have a motion on the second one?
Yes, sir. Motion, sir, on this school zone flashing light and school zones time zone.
Okay. Have a motion by Commissioner King in reference to the beacon light at the school zone. May I have a second?
Second for discussion.
Okay. We have a second. Any more, have a motion in a second in reference to the second future agenda item. Any question at this present time? Commissioner Pope.
Yeah. Because I think, I don't know.
We did.
It's already one up there. Is it? I don't know. Is it one up there?
No, there's a school sign up there, but it doesn't have the time.
We used to have one. Used to be one. Yeah. So when they put the new one up.
Any more discussion at this present time in reference to future agenda item, reference to the school zone rating and time?
They have one somewhere.
Here none, Madam Clerk, recall the roll in reference to the future agenda item in reference to the beacon light on Martin Luther King Boulevard and the sign stating the time.
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Bernard,
Yes.
Commissioner Pope,
Yes.
Vice Mayor McKelvin,
Yes.
Mayor Cowes.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioner King, and thank you, Commissioner, passed by all commissioners. In addition to future agenda items, here none. This present time, commission comment for the good of the order. Commissioner King.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just want to take a moment out to thank everyone who came out tonight and participated in your local government. It is always a pleasure seeing such wonderful faces. Tonight we covered a lot, from youth programs to scholarships to city operations. Everything we do should be rooted in fairness, transparency, and service to our community. And I'll close with this, because it keeps me grounded in everything I do. No weapons formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue which rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. I remain committed to doing the work, standing in integrity, and serving the people of South Bay. Thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you, Commissioner King. We do appreciate your comment. Commissioner Bernard.
I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I was really pleased. I seen the CSB team working together for the improvement and the betterment of the city of South Bay. And I would like to continue to see that we are on the same accord, working for the same purpose and the same reason. Have a good night.
Thank you for your comments, Commissioner Bernard. We appreciate it. Commissioner Pope.
Yes, thank y'all so much for coming out. Always happy to see everyone, and I just feel good. I think we're doing a great. Mr. Green, just want to thank you for being here, because you're doing a great work, man, down there on 10th. I know you're gonna be happy to see the asphalt go down. So that's really something that's commendable, what you've done there with that property. So, but other than that, Vice Mayor, thank you for the great job what you're doing. It's amazing to see how y'all can get those kids to learn all the different rudiments and everything. That, to me, it's amazing.
Thank you, brother.
So I'm very pleased with what we're doing. I'm excited. So good night, y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Commissioner Pope, for your wonderful comments, sir. Vice Mayor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank everyone for coming out. May God continue to bless you and your family. Have a good night.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, for your comment as well. I did with everything they're saying tonight. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Palm Beach County Sheriff Department, thank you for the wonderful work that you guys doing. Something just took place in the city of South Bay, but we're not going to talk about that there. But thank you for the work that you're doing to making sure that the residents are safe within the city of South Bay. And you're taking care of them. And Mr. Collins, thank you for the sign that you have, the marquee sign that you have coming in the city of South Bay, letting our residents know to lock their doors on their vehicles. Because due to the fact I received some information the other day, they sent me some information with people going around pulling on people's car doors. They caught them on their Ring camera. So want to make sure that you lock your car doors at night. I was really shocked to see that there, and it was happening over in the southeast area there. But I'm not trying to scare no one up in the southeast area. I'm just bringing this out because the information that I received. But I just want to thank you all and thank the Palm Beach County Fire Department for the wonderful work they're doing as well. And Ms. Bryant, Senator Berman, thank her. Thanks for the support that she has rendered to the city of South Bay, and also Representative Weinsberger, the work that she have done as well. But most of all, I just want to thank the residents for all that you do within the city of South Bay. You stand behind the work that we're doing. You get more and more educated about the things that's taking place within the city of South Bay. It used to be a time where we were on the outside looking in, but once we get on the inside and realize what is going on, and that's what the residents are doing now. They was on the outside looking in, but since they've been coming to this meeting, our commission meeting, they've been educated more and more, so they're able to share different things to different ones when they, come up with the wrong information. Pastor, thank you for all the work that you do. Not only as being at commissioner meeting and the wonderful work that you do each and every Wednesday at your church and your congregation. You've done a fantastic job, and whenever you call us or text us, letting us know precisely what's going on at your church, we try to make our business to go by there to let you know how pleased we are and the wonderful thing that you guys continue to do. And may God continue to cover you and shine on you and your congregation. Because Lord said in his words, to touch not my anointed one, to do my prophets no harm. And you don't allow no one to do no harm to you or your congregation. Continue to do the wonderful and the great work that you're doing at your church, sir, because it's well known, sir. All right. Madam Attorney, thank you. Thank you for the work, the legal advice that you give us each and every day. Every time you come to the city of South Bay over the phone, you give it to the city manager as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. And we will always listen to everything that you're saying, because you're not going to lead us in the wrong direction. You're going to lead us in the right direction when it comes to legal aspect, because we trust your judgment. We trust everything that you tell us when it comes down to the law. And we're going to follow the law in the city of South Bay, because none of us want to go to jail in the city of South Bay. And I just want to say thank you, and I do appreciate that. May I have a motion to adjourn? Meeting is adjourned.